glad to know you're still there. It's time to talk tech right now. Tech is changing the world, especially when it comes to AI. People write books now with AI. People do movies with AI. People grow their businesses with AI. But a lot of people do not want to key into this, or they do not even have the idea of what AI can do for them. Today, I was able to capture, more or less, Kehinde Ogundare, the country head of Zoho, Nigeria. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Okay. I know Zoho has a lot of tools that will help the people to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm particularly interested. I saw some of these ones and I said, okay, how do I capture this guy? And I got you today. So you'll tell us a little bit about it. But first of all, let's just look at AI generally.
Yes.
Yeah. Why do we need to take it seriously?
Thank you very much for having me today. And I think in the advent of new technology now, which is AI, we need to take it seriously so that we don't lag behind. You know, there's a new trend in the market. So in order for you to scale up rapidly, to meet up with the new expectation and the reality of doing business in this country or anywhere in the world, you need to find a way to adopt AI, artificial intelligence, for decision making, insight into your data. And AI is data driven. So you need to be able to have data and then make sense of it in order for you to scale rapidly and even make more money.
How do you get data, especially in a country like Nigeria that doesn't take data as anything serious?
Oh, well, I think when you talk about data, you need to look at it from the business side or the personal side.
Okay.
We are a moving data center, right? As a business owner now, you need to have data of your customers, information, where they have their demographic, their age, all of those details. That is the importance of having a system to help you keep them. When you now have a system, you can then use AI to extract information and insights and then know how to serve them better. When you serve them better, they tend to come back to you and spend more money on your business.
When you said we have, I started looking at it like, is this an AI robot or something that is sitting here? Okay, you see, my worry in a country like Nigeria is, okay, let me give you a small experience I had.
Yes.
When we had the scarcity of naira because of what Emefiele was doing at some point, I wanted to buy something and I said, okay, I was going to use my card to pay. And the man said, my business is not that big that I should own a POS machine.
Oh.
So that's the belief that a lot of Nigerians still have right now. So how can we debunk the myths around technology and all that? Because we need that before we can drive home the message of keying into AI.
Yes, which is why I also believe that digital literacy is very important. Training, retraining, upskilling of individual, starting from the mom and pop shop to high enterprise. It would even surprise you to know that a lot of big companies in this country today, they still do paper and biro, right, for their data. They have a lot of, if you enter their files and folder room, it's big, you know. So we need to do a lot of digital literacy to let them understand that, see, this is the new reality. There is a need for you to adopt this new technology for you to scale your business. So your business is not yet there, but you're using a smartphone. You are using a social media platform. You're commenting, you're laughing. So these are tools that are already available to you. You just need to find a way to adapt or adopt that technology to run your organization or to run your business, whether small or big. So whether you are running a small shop or you're running a bigger store, you need to go back and re-educate yourself about the importance of using technology.
But we should be at the vanguard of this education that we need to give our people.
In both ways. Many people say government, but I also believe that an individual as well too. When you look at the trend in the last 5 years, COVID-19 changed a lot of things. Our outlook on life changed completely during COVID-19, right? So government
were trying to dodge coming to the studio and we're asking for virtual.
Yes, but can you imagine what I would do with that time? I would spend in Lagos traffic, given what we've seen in the last 2 days. However, our outlook on life has really changed in the last 5 years. Now, it is the onus is on individual business owner or even a personal use to understand the new trend and adapt it intentionally. Now, the government now needs to create platform to educate people. You know, that is where the private partnership projects now comes in. Maybe you partner with a tech provider to see, okay, how can you adopt this technology? How can that change the way you currently do your business? So, but I think it's both ways. expect government to create policies. At the same time, I think it's an individual journey to actually understand that you need to find your purpose in this new era.
Okay, when you talk AI, just like the story I gave you, some people would feel there's a certain stage your business has to go to, and there are some kinds of businesses that can use AI to make it even better and all that. So the simple question is, who can use AI to improve?
Everybody can use AI to improve their business. Anybody.
Including a farmer?
Including a farmer.
Trader.
Yes, including a farmer, because like I said, AI is data-driven. You know, so in the last 5 years, what is the pattern? What have you been doing? What is the crop turnover? How long does it take for your crop to germinate? That is on the farmer side. When you look at it from the health sector, right, when you have a system that can actually look at your medical history and tell you that, oh, Kenny, you are due for the next appointment, or this is what might be wrong with you. You get what I'm saying? So that is part of it. So anybody can use AI. And the truth is that the best use of AI, when we are running at Zoho, that's what we call it, the best use of AI is when you don't know you are using AI. When you don't know you are using it. Yes. Because, for example, let's take your business, for example, now. It's telling you, even your alarm, for example. When you're waking up in the morning, you sit up and alarm is waking you up to do something that you ordinarily do by yourself, right? So the best use of AI is when you don't know you're using it. So when you're actually when you're getting data-driven information, when you have a system telling you, okay, call this customer, send out this email, or you can even schedule posts or get insight. How many views do you get on this particular marketing activities you're doing? How many people click on your link? So what is their demographic? Where are they from? That is AI. So when you have all this insight, you'll be able to make informed decision. And a lot of us have been using AI for a very long time that we don't know about it. When we talk about automation, how can you automate a process? So because you are in Lagos, I need you to get this particular email. And you're in Abuja, I need you to get a particular email. Even when it comes to personalization of your data, right? When I say, hi, good morning, Agaji, you know, it's how did you know your name, right? That is AI. But a lot of us have been using it, we didn't realize that this is AI in business. When it comes to even machine learning, how is your watch communicating with your phone, telling you about your health history and medical history? That is AI, sharing data amongst themselves. So we've been using it, just now that we have Gen AI, that everybody is now using to refine my email, respond to email, generate this script, generate that script. But when you look at it from a business concept, it's very important to understand and make it linear to your business proposal.
Okay, I was just worried. I just remembered a song that said that never Google your symptoms, because you could type in something and it's a small thing and it just tells you, oh, you're going to die the next day. When you were talking about health and all that. But we also know that AI sometimes gets confused. There is that, I don't know how you call it in your tech world, but there's a situation where you put in information and the engine of search and all that gets confused. How do you deal with that?
Oh, so yes, this is why as an individual user of AI, you have to be responsible, right? I also believe that one of the problems that we face in this world right now with AI is, number one, data privacy and security, and also to misinformation. And the third one will probably be over-reliance on this AI. So when we look at data privacy and security, a lot of us are putting in our bank details, our phone address, our phone number, our house address, office address into a generative AI to create an invite letter for your friends, maybe a group of 5. Now, AI is going to store that data, so the next time you want to ask him to do something, it's going to use the previous data that you've imputed into the system. That's number one. The second one is probably the over-reliance on AI. A lot of business owners, to leave individuals, they can't compose proper email again. To write a proposal, something that will take you maybe 2 weeks, you can do it in less than 30 seconds. So we are being over-reliant on AI. Now, this information, so depending on how you're interacting with the AI, it can also misconfuse you. It can also confuse you. It can actually give you maybe wrong data. So which is why when you get something from AI, you need to look at it again and also train the AI to work for you. You have to train and keep training. So as the country head of Zoho Nigeria, when I put in AI, the result I will get will be biased based on what I've asked the AI in the last maybe couple of months or since I've been using it. You, if you ask the same thing, it will be based on the way you've trained the AI. So it is very important for you to be, putting right data and also train the AI properly and be secure online.
I know our focus is supposed to be business, but I'm concerned because I write as well.
Yeah.
And it's the scary thing is plagiarism, for instance.
Yes.
How do you fight that? Because you're using AI, you're asking the same question that a million other people could ask. How are we sure that we won't go into plagiarism, lawsuits and all that?
Okay, well, so it will even interest you that you can actually instruct the AI to give you a document without plagiarism. So it will filter it out and actually refine something new for you. However, I think when it comes to creative industry and all of that, I honestly believe that creativity is going to be enhanced, not reduced or removed completely. As you are writing, the idea that you are the idea of what you're trying to say or what you're trying to write about is in you. So depending on how you now instruct the system to give you document. So the idea, even some AI, Gen AI, when you give them an instruction, they refresh it for you. Is this what you're trying to say? So I'm going to think like this, think like that. If that is wrong, you correct them because you already have an idea of what you want to say. So yes, creativity will be enhanced, and then you will get that done in a shorter period of time. Instead of you typing, just give the idea and then you can correct. You privilege and then you avoid plagiarism.
Yeah, one thing I've learned about AI, as Kehinde has said, is you have to put in the right information. If you want something, give the details of what you want. You can't just type in, tell me about Nigeria. You have to say, if, for instance, it is the budget in the last 10 years that you want, you have to type that in. Tell me about Nigeria's budget in the last 10 years. How did it affect the IDPs? How did it affect infrastructure? How did it affect this? And AI will give you that answer. But if you're vague, you'll get a vague answer or a confused answer for that matter. I like that. But now let's just use, you are country head of Zoho, so let's be partial to Zoho because I'm going to try to get, Google is another platform that produces AI. How do we, I don't know the tech, like Gen AI and all that.
Yes.
There are other companies that do that, but you are Zoho.
Yes.
So use one of the apps that you have and give us an example how that can help businesses grow. Because right now, a lot of people are looking inwards and seeing what they can do for themselves and not rely on government. So we need these businesses to grow, whether the conditions are clement or not, let our businesses grow. So single out one that can be very good for businesses that you would recommend.
All right, thank you very much. If you allow me, Zoho is a software company and we provide business optimization software to run your organization for all departments, right? Now, one of the tools that you can do, as an organization, there are multiple departments, marketing, sales, human resource, finance. And when you're doing all these things, we have tools across board that can help you optimize the way you currently do them. Now, if we now include AI, let's take a customer relationship management tool, for example. So that is a platform that helps you nurture your lead through the sales pipeline. You're trying to make sales, you're trying to engage your existing customer, you are trying to reach out to them and give them information about your brand, right? We have tools called Zoho CRM, and when we integrate that into AI, we have our own AI called ZIA, Zoho Intelligence Assistant. When we integrate that, the system can actually tell you when to send an email to your client, when to call them, how long, what is the health of these clients with you. Are they going to drop off in 2 months or in 3 months, or they're going to stay with you longer? So that is where you can use AI to make informed decision. So when the system is telling you that, oh, this customer might drop off in 2 months due to these circumstances that you've had in the last 2 months, what do? You go ahead and fix that, and you keep your customer for a long period of time. So you'll be able to make business informed decision when you're using tools like CRM. And when it goes to marketing is fantastic. You want to understand your ROI. It's not just about making noise or shouting about your brand. You need to convert all this engagement to ROI, to investment, to return on investment, right? So you want to make revenue. So the tools that we have on our platform will allow you to be able to make that informed decision.
Yeah, but you have a tool that is like a universal tool.
Yes, we have a complete suite called Zoho One. So Zoho One will handle your sales, marketing, human resource, finance, project management, email and collaboration, and productivity as well.
It don't do. Okay, my question is, if I'm building a business, or if I have a business and I want it to grow,
yes,
do I need to employ a tech person to be able to do what I need to do with your app, for instance?
No, you do not. Now, this is the new age of software as a service. So most of the software are cloud-based, right? Any platform that is cloud-based, you can access them on your mobile phone and on your laptop. Or
the simple question is that some people will think that I have to do computer science. I have to do what kind of technology course or something. So how much can the ordinary citizen who may not have had that previous knowledge of tech access the information that AI can give?
You don't need
or
to
navigate the...
I think if you can use WhatsApp to chat, if you can post on Instagram, and if you can schedule posts on Facebook.
And you think that is easy for everybody, you know?
Well, I think it's easy. I think even my parents, they use WhatsApp, they send names and all of that. If you can do that, all we need to do is just train you on how you can actually use this tool to make business decisions. It's that easy.
So your company now, because I just caught that, your company now can train anybody that is using your tool.
Oh, yes.
For free.
When you come on board, we are on an
Why did you hesitate?
When you come on board, there's an onboarding process that you go through. So we let you know what the tool is capable of doing, and then we show you. And then, you know, you can only start, and then we have support that will take you, that can unhold in for a period of time.
Okay, that's very important, because people need to know that whether you have the knowledge or not, when you go, like you said, hand-holding, someone can hold me and direct me what to do. But do I need to come to your office, or I can do it remotely?
You can do it remotely. You can do it anywhere in the world. You can just log into our website, sign up, schedule meetings. You can do anything remotely because it's cloud-based.
What's the response time?
2 hours.
So if I type into your website now and ask for that help, in 2 hours I'll get a response.
Yes, that is if you send an email, but there's a live chat application on our website as well. So if you click the live chat, you talk to a representative immediately while on the chat.
Okay, so you know why I'm doing this is that a lot of people will be interested to see how they can maximize whatever is available there. And Kehinde, I know him, so if he reneges on what he's saying now, I can hold him very, very easily. But it's a good thing to know that you have this policy and all that. So, okay, apart from business, what else do you think we can use AI, like the tools that you have, to solve? What problems can we, as a country, because this is 2 years of the present administration, and it seems as if they are not using AI well. So what can we use AI, how can we use AI in government?
I think one of the ways we have to use AI, not necessarily AI is technology, I would say, is that we need to move away from the redundant process that we used to know. Like going to the ministry, being in queue, hours, spending hours. We can automate all those processes. You know, to get your NIN, to sign up for this document, to get that document. Even to get a stamp from some offices now, you need to pay some money, get a receipt that will show that you've paid, and then come back. So all these redundant activities can be automated. You know, create a platform that everybody can just log into, do that. When you do that, it makes life of the citizen very, very efficient. You know, and then now, when we now have all this data, we can then introduce AI into how we can then maximize this data that we have to make informed decision within the country.
Okay, the final question now is, whenever we talk about technology, it's as if experts say we need infrastructure. Is the infrastructure that will give us the kind of technology we need in this country so expensive that we cannot afford?
Well,
because the question is, why are we so far behind?
So that is one of the problems that we have in this country, infrastructure. The first thing now is, number one, power supply. A country cannot grow without power supply. So, and we are lagging behind when it comes to power supply. Internet. Our internet is ridiculous and it's slow, and I think it's even also very expensive. So these are the infrastructure that you need. When you talk about cloud-based, it's an online platform to use. When there is no power to charge your device, when the internet is not accessible or really slow, you cannot make any decision, you cannot do business, right? So these are the problems that we have, and I think we should work on resolving as soon as possible.
Okay, this is Inauguration Day, the subsidy gone day. I'd like you to just talk to Nigerians, you know, regarding tech, regarding everything that you know, that you represent. as a final word, please.
All right, thank you. So I think I recommend everybody to just look at the way they can actually do what you're currently doing better. I think technology is here to improve and also enhance your life significantly. So do not shy away from asking questions, and when you're trying to do that, also be secure online. Make sure that your presence online is protected, your privacy, your security, and everything is optimal before you put out your data to run your business.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, things can get easier than they are right now if you just can open yourself up to technology, because it's the new normal these days. We're thankful to Kehinde Ogundare, the country head of Zoho Nigeria, for coming on the show. We just call him Kenny. Kenny, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, that's how we're signing off this morning. We are glad that you were able to stay with us to this point. We're re-inviting you to join us tomorrow for another edition of The Breakfast. In the meantime, my name is Nyamgul Agaji. Bye for now.